Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Endless Growth Podcast.
Yes, sir. Episode 66 today.
Just flying by, bro.
Yeah, bro. How you feeling? How you doing today?
Doing good, bro. Just another day here at the shop. Got some cars in. I was telling you prior, we've been pretty busy. Came across like some new opportunities that
Hell
may,
yeah.
work out for us for the future. But yeah, we got some work cut out for us this week, and finish up the month pretty strong, which is essentially what, Friday?
Friday's last day. Yeah.
Yeah, we want to definitely finish a lot of these cars by then. So we can kind of start with a little bit of a cleaner slate for the new month of June. Good old month of June, because it's a good month. We got some shit going on that month.
Yeah, it's coming up quick. Literally, like you said, Saturday it's already gonna be June 1st, and shit. That's the last month of the quarter, half of the year basically.
Literally
So
halfway through the year, yeah.
yeah, so
That's crazy. I mean, we always talk about like, how fast the year's going by, and literally month 6, it's coming right up. So
yeah, man. Yeah, you're pretty content with the progress so far, thus far?
it's been weird, but overall I would say yes, because it seems like even though it may seem days like you're not getting nowhere with shit, you kind of reflect back and you're like, all right, technically I have gone somewhere with some shit. It's probably overwhelming throughout the whole journey that you really didn't really see it. That's how I've
Hmm.
seen it, I guess, for myself. But yeah, I can't complain. Obviously I wish I was more into what I had planned or closer to my goals and stuff. But overall, I can't complain really. How about you?
Me, I guess mine's kind of hard just because I feel like there's some things that have been progressing, some things have been good, but then other things that aren't necessarily in my control have
Mm-hmm.
been kind of more going down. So it's really hard to honestly gauge it on some real shit.
I feel that, yeah.
It really is really hard to gauge it. But yeah, it's been some progress. Even like mentally, I feel a little different, more grounded, I guess you could say. More, you know what I'm saying? I feel like maybe I had little false expectations and shit like that, even maybe at the beginning of the year, but now I'm like, all right, like kind of getting the gist, kind of being like even still going to these meetings, obviously, as well with the marketing. It's like, all right, I feel like a lot of people from the outside might look at this and be like, or see someone successful, and you could think they're lucky or, it's not that hard, but then you slowly start understanding that they're not really doing anything differently. They just kind of know something that you might not know,
Mm-hmm.
or just doing a lot of more like reps, for example. So what I mean by that is if you're spending 1 hour on something, a project, a business or something, and it's not moving, fast or something,
Mm-hmm.
then most likely it's just you're not doing enough reps. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of a reminder even to myself. It's all right, man. Like, it's nothing special. It's not nothing like it's not like a special secret. There's people are over here, telling themselves most of the time it is work, and then yeah, just keep getting better. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I guess maybe there is a little bit of information to that, but I feel like most of I guess you could say the legwork is actually work and doing the reps. I guess you could say.
100%, yeah.
You know?
There's always that little bit of luck and falling in the right place, right time, but it's all going to come down to that first initial step, which is the more work. Knock on more doors,
Yeah, it's a
more
fact, bro.
opportunities, more chances of opportunities to open up for you.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel that. But,
yeah, but
well,
so far, it's been good. Been good. Looking for other opportunities right now. So maybe feeling a little anxious on that part. So I feel like maybe that's hindering my side a little bit, where it's just like this is the problem at hand right now,
mm-hmm.
and that kind of just has all my attention. So maybe there is shit that's going good that I'm not even really aware of, just because
Yeah.
it's blinding me. Because
Yeah, it's overwhelming too. You don't even
yeah,
really
I tend to
focus on.
overreact sometimes with things as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, this is happening. Oh, I gotta get like out,
Yeah.
and literally my mind is just on that, and it doesn't really go away until it gets fixed, which is good and bad. Because good because then it's like, all right, it motivates you to accomplish it maybe a little bit more, but at the other end, it's like, eh, like if there's no other option, you're kind of stuck there. That you just kind of made things worse for you a little bit, to be honest with you, because now you kind of despise it. You're not looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like shit. But no, it's good, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to keep positive at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? And in hindsight, be like, hey, you know, this is just temporary.
Yeah, man. That's the best way to go about it, really. Just for yourself, and I feel like anybody should go about it like that too. I mean, don't always expect it to be perfect, but
Yeah,
yeah, sounds like, I mean, we're halfway through the year, man. So you still got half a year. I mean, it's not even like there's not a time limit to anything really. But obviously, ourselves, we set goals and standards to ourselves, and we do want to reach those. But there's really not a perfect time or a correct way of going about it. So that's one thing you can't
yeah.
really
There's no. That's facts.
you can't beat
That's
yourself
facts.
up on that stuff, which is hard because sometimes we set our expectation and goals, and not everything goes as planned all the time, and then you beat yourself up for it, and then especially people like us, I feel like we're more harder on ourselves because we actually want more for ourselves than the average person. So
Curse and a blessing.
yes, sir.
That's
But
a fact. Something I've been also realizing because I'm always kind of like, I feel like sometimes I become aware of something and I feel like I get it, but then also try to find another spin to it as well.
mhm.
Because, yeah, I do agree with that. But on the same hand as well, I've been thinking that essentially it is really up to you. And if it does take you whatever that time is, I guess you could say, let's say 10, 15 years, there's not really going to be someone that holds you to your own goals besides yourself. And it kind of is up to you a little bit on how fast you want to get there, I guess you could say. And I feel like knowing that truth is uncomfortable
Mhm.
because then it puts like the accountability on you. While if I'm just like, oh no, it's bad right now. Oh no, people don't want to buy. Oh, like you might be right, but you're literally making excuses for yourself on not, not to get to that next level or succeed. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So I've been like literally thinking about that as well. I'm like, kind of just break down so many things. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, okay, okay, because I've heard this from Alex Ramosi, but Adam said it recently. Is like you not knowing how to make a certain amount of money each month is costing you that much amount of basically the amount of money, the potential. They call it opportunity cost. Basically, the time allocated to a particular task may or may not be more beneficial than another task. So the opportunity of that time can actually be spent elsewhere. So you have basically take that into consideration as well and be like, hey, is my time better spent somewhere else? Am I thinking of the wrong things? Should I be
That's
focusing on things, priorities, shit like that?
that's tough, man, because I've fallen into that spot in my life like quite a few times. They're like, damn, is this even the right thing? Like right now for me? And that's the conversation that you can have yourself for
Mm-hmm.
a couple days and years if you really wanted to. But that's one thing I haven't still even solved myself, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't think we ever do because at one time, because the on the other end, whatever you choose, that's the real life, and whatever you didn't choose, you'll never get to know.
What if, yeah,
You don't know.
that's the fucked up part.
Yeah, so
Because I've always asked myself that. I'm like, is this really like what I want for myself for like, the years to come? Or should I, be doing something else with my life or the opposite? I always talk about like enjoying life. There's always that hard break, of enjoyment and also work. And obviously, right now there's a lot more work than there is enjoyment. I mean, I still enjoy it, but I mean, as far as like me going out and just having fun, and as like someone that just had a regular 9 to 5, they get out at 5, and I have all afternoon. What am I gonna do today?
hmm
Walk the dog, whatever. So yeah, it's kind of hard to. I always ask myself like, what is the right one? Like I
yeah,
guess it just depends on you really what you're wanting. That's all gonna come down to, I guess, and how much effort you want to put into it.
yeah. Was there anything like you ever started that you maybe put a lot of time in, but you didn't want to stop doing it because you felt like you already put so much time into it, but it was actually more beneficial that you stopped doing it because it was wasting too much time?
Mm, yeah, I feel like automotive school for me.
Automotive school, you think?
Yeah, I feel like I wasted a lot of time, and I was just like, this sucks because I wanted to. Should I just keep pursuing it? Because it can mean it could have led me the other life, where it was just a regular 9 to 5, and I would have been making pretty good money, because my goal was to make it into like a high end European car dealership, like
Mm,
a Porsche, Ferrari, something cool like that. That'd be like
yeah,
the dream. And I was just like, I've done all this, and obviously this is the start of the path to get there. And that was also one thing on my I guess on my list of like what I want to do when I grow up or my goals.
yeah,
But I decided to go the other route and just stay at a body shop, 9 to 5 job, and then this came across the whole detailing vinyl wrap thing. But yeah, that got to me for a minute because it wasn't only just me too; it was also my parents in a way too. They're like, "Oh, you just finished school, like you're not gonna use it."
take advantage of that. Yeah,
My excuse to myself and my family was just like no, I'm already using automotive where I work at. We're still doing car stuff. Like it's the same thing. But that was a what if thing. Like what if I
Mm,
felt like what if I just started that? And I don't think right now I really see it anymore like that. Obviously I see it where I would be at home, you know, every day like at 6, and I'd just be kicking back. So there's that thing, but is it like would things be the same? And I guess if I would have never had the taste of what I have now, then it wouldn't even have been a like what if I went that route, like oh man, I should have done this other thing, or I don't know. That's one thing. The going into that industry or automotive school was like one thing that I feel like I invested all the time in, and I guess it turned out to be better that I didn't.
yeah, but
But
like fully pursue that.
yeah,
You for sure knew that you were gonna finish the school at least, though. Like, was that on your mindset, or was it kind of like, shit,
shit.
should I even finish this?
The 9 months came when I was supposed to be done,
Uh
and I still have like another 6 months. I think still
huh.
I was way behind on it
Uh
because I
huh.
was just slacking off, going not even showing up sometimes. And this is right when the program started,
Hmm.
so they had like they didn't know how to run it really. To be honest
Got
with
you.
you.
There had no structure.
So we were just doing what the fuck we wanted to do,
Hmm.
which I got lucky because towards the end, that's when they started like cracking down on the program and making it just better overall. Seeing that
Yeah,
there's a lot of
strict and all
people
that.
dropping off. There wasn't really people finishing it.
Eh,
And then, yeah, towards the end, I just like said, fuck it, I just got to finish this. So I
yeah,
kind of
you
put my
handle
head
it.
down and got it done. And so much that, like, obviously with the ATC here, the local community college, they don't have like graduations. We're like, oh, you're done. Let's grad because everybody's at their own pace. So they'd have
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like every quarter they might have
A
one, right?
graduation. Yeah, yeah.
I didn't even show up to my shit.
Yeah, same.
I felt guilty as fuck the next day, or that same day when I found out that it was like I seen it on my friend's snap.
Yo, you didn't know about it,
I
or do
knew
you?
about it, but it was like 3 months out when they told me about it.
Oh,
I
so you
got the card in the
didn't.
mail, like, oh, here's your invitation. This is where to go for your cap and gown, or I don't know,
Yeah, all
something like
that.
that. And I just completely spaced it off. 3 months later comes, and oh, my snap, probably waking up from a nap. you know, I get home beat from that other job, and I seen like the snap thing where like they were at graduation with my other friends that had finished too, and
Mm,
I was like, oh man, like all that hard work too that I put into it that I didn't even want to do, but I did it for to do something and finish something,
yeah,
and I didn't even show up, and then later I got my certificate or
yeah. They
diploma in
mail
the
that shit in
the
there.
mail, but
How many
if
hours was
it
that,
almost felt like I didn't even finish it, to be honest with you, because of
bro?
that.
Nah, dude, you
And it's
got
hard to say, like, because I'm not a person that really like I'm a person that avoids trying to do stuff like that.
yeah.
But that was one of those where it was just like, damn, that shit sucked. I don't know how many hours it was, to be honest with you,
No,
though. But I mean, it was a afternoon thing, so it's part time. It was 3 days a week from 6 to 9,
mine.
and it was
Shit,
like
it's been so long ago that I did my machinist one, but I feel like that was kind of similar.
then it was estimated to be like a 9 month program.
9 month. I think mine, but it might have been the same hours. Mine was 900 hours, maybe around there, something like
Maybe,
that. Because I know like the CNA one's like of 2 months or some shit. I think they only do like 200 hours. That's a quick one, something like
yeah.
that.
There,
So,
there was business too. I was gonna do.
yeah, yeah, I heard about
Um,
that one.
that one was I think a little shorter too. Was it
Yeah,
like 6 months
something like
maybe?
that. Yeah, business administration or some shit like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I remember seeing that. But I don't know. I'm actually kind of curious about that. Well,
Hmm.
now that you've been through, the ATC, got your, your, I guess you call it diploma, certification, whatever that is.
Hmm.
Would you recommend someone thinking about going to like pursue that? Did you find it valuable, or is it maybe like, what I'm saying? Is there maybe a better route?
I would say as far as education goes, like towards it, if you're actually going to go into it, I'm sure there's something you can get out of it.
Uh huh.
With me being already like pretty automotive inclined prior to that, there was a lot that I already knew and felt like they didn't really teach me anything. But
Hmm.
I'm glad I did it for myself as far as just kind of like to commit to something and finish with it. And probably just something for me to do, in my evening times. But as a person, I feel like to someone else, obviously, it'd just be like more, you got to really pick. I feel like a lot of people go to school or, college, whatever, for just the status for themselves, for their family, like just to say.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's got to be more out of yourself. If not, you're literally going to waste your time and
Mm.
money and effort and everything. Because I feel like it's like almost if I would have kind of how you felt, you were doing it and you're just like, there's no point in this really. And like, and I feel like a lot of people don't know what they want to do. They're just doing it
Nah,
just to
yeah,
do
yeah,
it.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
I feel like that's a big problem, but I don't think we get enough education for us to really know. And it's hard to like say like, oh, I'm going to be doing this in 10 years. So this is why I'm going to school for. It's kind of hard.
Yeah.
Everybody switches and, but yeah, I don't know.
That's a hard
It's
one for
kind of
sure.
hard to recommend. Like, yeah, go ahead, do it. And
Yeah, if you see yourself in the field, maybe, or
what,
at least interested in it, for
what,
consider it.
yeah, what's your take on it?
Well, for me, when I got my machining degree, I thought it was all right. Nothing crazy. I was like, all right, it's just a job, I guess you could say, but nothing really ambitious came out of that or anything
Mm,
like that. But for me, machining, I guess it depends. I feel like personally, if I was gonna tell someone young, this is the thing. Back in the day, I would tell everybody the same thing, but I realized that not everyone's the same, and no one really wants to go this route. But if someone was literally just got out of high school and they're trying to learn stuff and make, some money, I'd say probably get a customer service job for a year, learn how to do that. As soon as that year ends, hopefully they have like some sales positions at that same job where you could transition to, get some experience there, learn as much as you can. At that point, when you've been maybe sales at least 2 years, um, you know, basically try to get something else, higher paying, all that stuff. This is if you're trying to go more the corporate way, I guess you could say,
yeah.
but even if you're trying to become like a business owner or something, I feel like even if you're really early on, 18, you go to the customer service job for a year and then 2 year sales, you're going to be 21. You're still
Mm,
pretty fucking young.
yeah.
And I feel like at that point, if you're ready to do that, then I feel like you're going to be in a better position to like know things than someone that I don't know who just worked at a random ass job. I guess you could say. So for I guess it just kind of depends on the person, honestly. If like Edgar said, if you're interested in it, you can see yourself, maybe not too long term, but long term enough
Hmm.
to actually put those skills or certifications into play and get some reward out of it, then I say why not. But I feel like on the other hand as well, if you do start the program and you feel like you don't like it, you also got to be care of basically be careful that you don't just say, "Oh, I started it. This ain't for me, but since I started, let me just finish it."
Yeah. Kind
So
of like I feel like I did. 'Cause I was
it's
just,
hard, bro. It's hard. It's not like a one size fits all type shit because at the
mhm.
end of the day, what else would you do? If it's nothing, then maybe it might be more beneficial. Might. You know what I'm saying? At least you're learning something.
Yeah.
On the other hand, if you don't. So I guess if you have a clear goal, you know that's not your thing and maybe you want to try something out, I'd say, yeah, switch, make the switch. But if it's just kind of like, oh, yeah, I don't know if this is my thing, but at the end of the day, I don't know what else I'm going to do, then, well, shit.
I feel like for me, what the reason made me realize that I didn't want to do it is that I didn't see. I'm a person like if I do something, start something, but I really don't see like a long term thing with it. As far as long term for me, it was obviously money because everybody
Yeah.
wants bigger paying jobs, better paying, blah blah blah. And after I was in that thing for like at least 9 months, I was like, even if I finish this shit, like it's not gonna guarantee me a job that I'm gonna make like 25 plus an hour.
Mm,
Like they pretty much said anybody that finishes here, no matter what dealership you go to or shop, they're gonna start you from the bottom, no matter what your certification is.
yeah.
So then that's like when I like lost all interest. But if I would have been like, oh shit, like I finished this shit and it's gonna land me this job,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that looks dope. Then,
Damn.
but yeah, my shit was like probably the last 3 months of it.
Do they even hire people that don't have any types of certification at a mechanic job?
Yep.
They do?
Yeah, that's the
That's
worst part.
crazy. That's fucking
So
crazy.
I can go with my ATC certification to Honda and apply, and
Uh-huh.
they're gonna start me off as a loop tech, which is like the bottom thing. You're just
Damn.
rotating tires, changing oils, and you can go apply to Honda with your knowledge
Same thing?
and get the same job. Obviously,
Okay, that's crazy.
I may make my way up the ladder a little faster
Yeah.
because and a lot of dealerships I've heard too. Obviously, we get trained and we know what we know in automotive school. This is just going off automotive school. Obviously, everything's so different.
Yeah.
But a lot of places, dealerships, they want to train you to their way of doing things. So no matter what kind of certification you got, you're still doing their education and their program because they want to train you and mold you their way for their cars specifically for their ways of doing it. So that's when you fall in place and you have no nothing. So they train you and they make you just as good as I would be. So in that case, yeah. But I mean, I guess every education is very different too.
Yeah, that's true. Because if you go to school to become a doctor, it's not like I could go in there and be like, "Hey, it's my job
Of course,
now."
that
So
one you need that shit.
yeah, that's true. That's true. They've always said, I think it's attorney, doctor, some form of businesses, like business, like an accountant, I believe, like a CPA. You gotta go to school for that.
Hmm.
So if it's something like that, I feel like it is worth it because you need it in order to enter the field. But like Edgar said, you could potentially go and, I don't know what an entry level job for motor and shit is, but maybe like you said, the lube, tech or whatever, or like a Jiffy Lube person. I don't think they need any certification for that, right? I don't know, but
I feel like it's almost like any blue collar job, like
mm,
anything that's like an electrician or a body shop guy. You could always start at the bottom and make your way up, even if you don't have any schooling. Even a machinist, probably, huh?
yeah,
They're probably trained for you to.
that's a good one. I don't know about that one. What I do remember is when I was working at where they make I'm not gonna say the name, but basically where they do like airplanes and shit. When I used to work aerospace,
Yeah.
I remember I told them I was, hey, I just got my machining degree, and the dude looked at me like the boss or whatever, and he was like, he basically was kind of like, hey, a lot of people go to school for things and don't end up doing what they went to school for, and I was just kind of like, what the fuck? This, I swear, bro, I was kind of like, I don't. I was like, I kind of went to, and did this for 900 hours, so
I'm expecting so.
yeah, it was weird, bro. It was weird as hell. So I didn't get, the job I guess you could say I desired or went to school for. I was literally some completely different shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I guess some stuff overlap, like reading blueprints and tolerances and all that shit. But
Yeah, there's always going to be a little bit that you
yeah,
can cross over into it.
yeah, but like actually running automations and CNC machines and shit like that, then
Hmm.
yeah, I'm not sure if I actually mentioned this, but I think it was going to the Mercedes dealership. Shit, I've been there so many times, but like I think it was like last year.
Hmm.
And the Lyft driver, I've kind of learned to speak to some Lyft drivers, some not, because I feel like some do want to talk and vibe, and I'm down with the combo. But some people are kind of more like, I don't know, I feel like they're going through some shit. They don't want to talk. You know what I'm saying? Like you just kind of get
They're just
the
there to get the
energy.
job done.
Yeah, exactly. But this dude's one of those dudes that was talkative. So we chopped it up, and I was just asking him about what he did, and he was retired, so he just was driving Lyft for because he was bored or needed some extra money. But he that was his trade. It was machining.
Really?
He was like a machinist for like 40, 50 years. And I was like, oh shit, like awesome, like really brief, a machinist as well.
Hmm.
And then I was like, basically, we're talking about if you like, what's a good job now to have? And he was like, to be honest, machine was pretty good back in the day, but now I would not recommend it. He's like, my son, he's a salesman and he makes pretty decent money now.
Hmm.
I was like, oh shit, that's what I kind of transitioned to. And he's like, oh yeah, for real and all that. But what he was saying is that his son actually started making a shit ton of more money than like him, like machinist. But he actually was worked for those mattress people, like in I think I'm not sure if they're the same people, but the people that are always like, oh, we're going
Oh
out of
fuck yeah!
sale and 50% off, but they're open like 3 years and then
The
finally
son was
closed.
working for that place.
Yeah, and ended up opening up his own
Oh shit!
mattress store. So that he was basically kind of like breaking that down and how like he made a living for him. So yeah, there's a lot of routes to this shit. It's
Hmm.
kind of crazy, but
Just trying to say we need to get in the mattress business.
shit,
There's
just
something there.
any type of business,
I seen a thing back then where um they would get. I don't think they do this now, or I feel like it was more for like different countries, but they would get old mattresses and basically just recycle them, bro.
bro. All those freaking 50% off ones be like that. I swear.
Well, damn, I got a good one then, because the one I got from there still it's a good ass mattress. Probably the best one I've had. It's the most expensive
Yeah,
one probably I paid, but yeah. But I've seen like this TV show. I swear it was like Dirty Jobs, like that show with
yeah, yeah,
that
yeah,
dude that would
yeah,
go
yeah.
and they'd be basically dumpster diving, pulling out mattresses out of
That's
dumpsters
crazy. That's some other shit.
or even at the dump, like when the people go just drop garbage off, they would separate the mattresses. And yeah, there was a company that basically take them and redo them, like use the frame, all the fucking metal shit inside the springs, and just reupholster them in a way. I'm like, here you go. But at the same time, it's kind of
They gotta be
nasty.
good ones though, no?
Dude, some of these were fucking like completely clapped
Like the
out.
ones with the springs and shit. Like, there's no way they're doing those, right? That gotta be at least the foam ones. Well, maybe I don't know when the show aired. I guess so. Maybe not. But
Dude, a lot of the mattresses now they still have springs.
yeah, but isn't it like
You still got the foam on top now though, so you don't
yeah,
like feel the
you don't
fucking
feel those
springs.
springs.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Back then you could feel the
That's what I
motherfuckers.
mean. Yeah, it was literally just spring to spring, and then
Yeah.
the cloth was or whatever the fuck material that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And then
Damn.
obviously they've come a long way from there now with like the fucking those foam mattresses, like
Though the purples
the
or
purples.
whatever,
Yep.
that shit is crazy. I think didn't they start as an online company strictly, and then they started. That's insane to me. 'Cause, like,
Like a
how are you gonna
box,
buy a mattress you've never like felt? That's crazy, bro.
and they offer like the whole thing where like 30 days, 100% money back guaranteed if you don't like it. Which at
Hmm.
that point it's like fuck, they probably just package it back up and send it to someone else. They're not gonna fucking put it aside and ruin it, throw it away, you know?
Yeah, the thing too with those things, I don't know how they could maybe do this, but I remember I bought one, not a purple one, just like a one on Amazon. Bro, that shit came out like in a small ass box. I was tripping. I was like, what the fuck is this? But
Heavy as fuck.
you roll it out
Uh-huh.
and you leave it for like 2, 3 days and like it'll take form. It's fucking crazy.
Mm.
But if you want to like return it, I don't think you could put that shit in the box anymore. Like
That's
this
funny.
shit's extended, so
Yeah.
I don't know how that works. I know that's a random, but
Get the
like,
fucking steamroller out here and
shit.
roll it. Go find a construction site. Hey, roll this fucker up.
Yeah, bro. Put that
Smack
shit
it.
in get the vacuum, bro. Put that shit in a big ass trash bag. Just woo.
Yeah, fry the vacuum, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man, but I don't even know what got us talking into match. Oh, but the sales guy, yeah,
Yeah,
it
the
seems
sales
like
dude, I'm telling you, yeah. So
that's funny.
there's something out for everybody out there. You just gotta keep trying shit.
Yeah, and I think the more I've gone in life, it's really opportunities that you come across that are just what really get you to that next thing too. I mean, we literally talked about some today for me, but even I was thinking back to how I even came across those opportunities to begin with completely was literally at me driving at a drive-through during COVID because you couldn't go in stores.
Mm-hmm.
I met this individual, and that individual led me to meet someone else, and
So on.
it's kind of like a right place, right time thing. And I'm not saying to go out and you're gonna fucking find opportunities, you know, everywhere,
Yeah.
but I feel like a lot of this shit plays like that. And
Kind of just
obviously, as
happens.
long as you have a somewhat of a direction of where you're going, and you just kind of attach on these other things along the way, or meet these people, or it kind of gets you to that, big area that the river leads to the ocean
Okay.
type shit. So along the way, you kind of get other little rivers meeting up with it, and then
All meets at one place.
yeah, it's kind of weird though. But I kind of broke it down with my helper too. The other day we were talking about like the wealthy people, and obviously we all like want to be like them, and we envy them and shit. Sometimes people hate people that are wealthy because they're not like them, but and we always try to break it down with like any kind of business, industry or whatever. They're like, how did they make it? Like how? Because we always wonder and shit. And a lot of it, I mean, yeah, it's not just all luck, but there's definitely a lot of like I said, the right time, right place.
Yeah.
But a lot of them, anybody could have gone to school to be a doctor. Upset some decided there's more for them, and they decided to open up their own um, practice, for chiropractor or injections. But it's like you gotta like every person's got their own little path. It just depends on them, I guess.
Yeah. The thing too with rich people is a lot of people do despise them. It's good and bad because on one hand, it's bad because yeah, if they're self-made and work their ass off more than the regular person, then like what the fuck, right? But on the other hand, usually rich people put other people on and they become rich as well. So there is like a discrepancy there, like a missing item or
Mm,
element. And that kind of is where the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad or whatever the hell comes
yeah.
in place. Basically what the premise of that book is saying is the poor dad, you know what I'm saying, is teaching the son
Hmm.
what he knows, and the rich dad is teaching obviously the kid what he knows. And the difference is there is that the rich dad is aware of the opportunities out there, so they're not even going to consider the dog shit as opportunities at all. Like literally, the fuck factory jobs, fuck all that.
Yeah.
While the
Get
poor
straight to
dad,
the point. Yeah.
yeah, doesn't know any better or anything, so automatically that's by default their starting point.
Hmm.
While as if you obviously have a rich dad, he told you, hey man, like fuck that factory shit. Like why don't you just open up a business, do this, and then teach them the right
Instead of
way?
working for the factory, open up a factory.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But like those things are not really too known as well. Like you,
Mm.
So, but that's kind of like, I always kind of remember that book. It's like, yeah, like, I think there's someone that said it's like, it's the same amount of effort to close a $100 deal versus like $100,000 deal.
Mm.
As long as like the value and all that's there, it's like, it's the same work. You still got to call the person, you still got to negotiate, still got to close it.
Just different amounts.
Yeah, yeah. And then let's say you make 10% commission on one deal, you made $10. On the other deal, you make 10,000.
Mm.
So it's kind of like, that's another component where it's like you need to be aware of your opportunities, and that kind of all comes back to the opportunity cost. It's like, yeah, maybe me going to machining and wasting a year, like that's cool and all, whatever. But if I would have done something else for that year and learned something else, then obviously I have no clue what I could have done. But that's kind of just going back to the whole opportunity. Like you have to kind of weigh your opportunities and be like, yo,
Mm.
is my time actually really well spent here, or is there something I could, initially do better? Because if you really think about it, there's, I think the youngest billionaire at the time was Evan Spiegel. He was the guy that founded Snapchat, and if I'm not mistaken, he was either 23 or 24 when he became a billionaire.
Jeez.
That's fucking nuts. So
That
if
would
that's
be.
like the ultimate,
Mm-hmm.
then there's a bunch of other opportunities that he could have gone down and not got to that point, if that makes sense. So it literally depends on the opportunity. Because I'm gonna be honest, there's always gonna be a better opportunity, but you kind of have to know like when to settle and what to,
Yeah. What? Where to put all your?
all your chips or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, just just other ways thinking. I've been just thinking about. I'm like, oh shit, like what's going on here?
Many ways to skin a cat, man.
Yeah, a lot of ways, man. A lot of ways to make money too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you kind of have to just kind of it's hard out there, man. But definitely don't take opportunities that are not going to yield as much return. I'd say.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like a lot of people sometimes do that, or a lot of people actually, they give up learning and potential opportunities for just a paycheck that where it's a dead end job though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah. So it sucks, and it's kind of crazy because there's a trap, bro. You know, if you're not aware that the United States can be a trap because we're all consumers here. We always buy new cars. We're trying to flex shit. We're trying to get houses. We're trying to get new clothes. Oh, the new iPhone came out, new gadget. Like there's literally shit you can buy every day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure if someone gave you an unlimited amount of money, you could figure out shit to buy every day, right?
100%. Yeah.
So with
We
that,
wouldn't have enough time in a day to.
yeah, exactly. And a lot of the time that money is actually just debt.
Mm.
And then the further you go into that hole, the deeper you go in the hole, the less likely you are gonna leave that job. That's, I guess you could say, the trap, and actually, go ahead and do the other shit. So it's kind of it's tough out here, man.
It's all planned, man.
It feels like it sometimes. So
Yeah.
that's why educating yourself is good. But at the end of the day, what education? You could go to school and learn music, bro. What the fuck? Like, this
Yeah.
shit fucked.
Yeah. It's infinite, really. What you can set yourself to.
Yeah, and a lot of it is luck too, because even like let's going back to the Snapchat dude, Evan Spiegel. Let's say if he was making the app in a time of place where I don't know, people weren't interested in that,
And the phones are barely coming out. Yeah.
or some shit like that, then that shit probably would have flunked, or maybe they would have run out of money before they could have grown, and then you just leave the
It's just
business and
flopped. Yeah.
exactly. So there is luck for sure. That plays a part, 100%. 100%. You kind of have to be like Edgar said, right place, right time. But you also, again, have to take into account the opportunity. Be like, yo, what am I doing right now? Am I at a specific job? Like, what's next after this?
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's, if you're more growth oriented. But yeah, if you're listening to the podcast, I would hope you are. You're probably just stumbling listening to two individuals just talk about random shit then. But,
Yeah.
you know,
But no, that's kind of weird because I was just thinking about kind of this conversation we're having right now a little bit earlier this week. Now seeing like everybody obviously graduating. We talked about it on the last spot too.
yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of tough for once you graduate, you're just like, fuck, what do I do now?
Yeah, bro.
And then you come across this
There's no.
conversation that we have now, and it's like there's really no right choice either. So
Yeah, and especially if your dad, like, I'm not gonna talk shit about that in particular, but like if you have a dad forcing you, or not forcing you, but basically really pushing you to be like, yo, go get this job and make 25 hour and you're good. Like you know,
Mhm.
then you get pressured. There's a lot of social pressures out there too. 100%. Especially even with buying things. Like, oh, all your friends have new cars, they're out here cruising, racing and shit. Then you might fall into the same trap
Yeah,
because, you know,
you're gonna want one too.
yeah, you know, I've been there for sure. So
Hmm.
just I don't know. You gotta think of some shit, you know. But yeah, that's kind of what I've been on recently. Just breaking down shit more than, you know what I'm saying? Because it's kind of weird, bro. A lot of shit's like a coin, bro. That shit had like two faces on it, you know, different translations too,
Yeah, the good and the bad.
you know. So it's like, oh
Yeah,
shit,
I've been kind of doing that recently too. I feel like more of my just like the situations, like why did this happen, or kind of trying to take the best out of it. You know,
yeah. So
it could be a
soaking,
shitty ass day, but let's reverse this. You know, and break it down. And
yeah,
what the fuck was the whole reasoning of this? Because everything
yeah,
happens for a reason. You
yeah.
know,
What can you
and
learn from it?
yeah, I've been more on that thing recently because obviously for a minute it seemed like it was just more bad days than good. So I was like, all right, I gotta extract the better shit out of this. I'm like, this is not.
Yeah, yeah. Is there like a particular example you could kind of maybe think about that maybe you were like, yo, I gotta approach this a little bit differently or do something.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like I feel like it's just like literally just life lessons in a way that. But for example, I mean, if you were to put something here for people is like, let's say you come in to work, and especially like in my kind of work, and you have a cancellation, a no show,
Hmm.
and then the next day another no show. So obviously in my head, I'm just like, all right, well, there's something going on here, a correlation.
Hmm.
It's I'm the one that can do more about this than just expect people to show up, like send reminders, like be more on it, shit like that in a way. But obviously, there's that's not one thing. I mean, it could be many things. Like, oh, we keep having mess ups, and now I see that ruins your day, or um, it's just many things, you know, to extract from life that can happen. But yeah, just breaking it down to such things like that. I've been trying to extract the best out of
Yeah,
it because
the lesson.
unfortunately, there's gonna be definitely more days that are probably not as good for you than there will be good days. I mean, obviously the goal is to always have great days, but the reasoning you're gonna see the bad days is because you're making it bad, essentially yourself. It's not that the day can be bad, but you could turn that shit around if you really wanted to. But that's
Yeah.
what I'm trying to get to, you know, because I was like, it doesn't seem like the day's a problem. I'm the problem.
Mm. That's a crazy reality, and I feel like a lot of people don't want to accept that.
Yeah,
Cause yeah, I'm the same way, bro. I'm having a shitty day. It's most likely me. Either my expectations or my
yeah.
energy's not in the right place, or I should be thinking about it in a more positive light. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? But yeah, you're right. A lot of the times we get in our own way, 100%.
Yeah, like if you're complaining about like that one person at work in your head over and over, like fuck man, fuck, they make ruining your day. Fuck man, change your fucking way about going about it. You know, it's but yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of what I came across with myself, where I kind of just like, all right, I got to turn this shit around because I'm not gonna be able to make a perfect day. Kind of those just kind of make themselves when you're happy yourself. So yeah, just try to extract the best out of it and just see it positively.
Yeah. And so I don't want to say it's all you can do, but I feel like that's the best thing you can do.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
not all situations are fixable, and a lot of them are out of our reach. So it's like, what are you gonna do about it? Just
Hmm.
complain about it and just overthink it and do the same shit again the next day, over and over and over, and you're not getting over. That's it,
Yeah.
and just wait for that weekend to come to hopefully
Escape.
escape from it. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
the
right.
next week's gonna come around, it's gonna be the same shit. So it's
Literally.
the problem is ourselves, me. I've that's what I came to realize. So yeah, just try to see the better way out of it and take everything as a lesson too.
Hmm.
Like, oh, you fucked up here. Like, well, shit, man. What can you do to prevent this so it doesn't happen again? And so essentially, that's like I said, that's literally we're the ones that cause the shitty days.
Yeah.
If you cause road rage, I mean, you're the one that fucking
Yeah.
caused it. So now you're getting flipped off, and now you're like, oh, why the fuck is this guy flipping me off? Like, you want to start some shit? It's like, well, learn how to fucking drive yourself,
Yeah.
and you won't get honked at. Or just just shit like that. We're essentially kind of, and not everything's obviously like that. A lot of the shit sometimes it's just other people having shitty days too. But make that realization, like, hey, they're having that fucking shitty day I was last week. So
Hmm.
maybe they had
Got you.
somebody pass away, or maybe
Got you.
they
Got you.
just had a
Yeah.
shitty ass worker also, or
Yeah.
that. told him this, or not a worker, but like a, what do you call him? Um,
Yeah, an employee,
and
something.
a coworker. That's what I was
Gotcha,
looking
gotcha,
for. You
gotcha.
know,
Okay.
because most people obviously probably work with multiple people. But yeah, stuff like that. It's,
That's a fact, bro. Something I actually remind myself all the time. I don't know where I heard this in particular, but yeah, if you're in road rage, let's say it's like a Friday, and you know Fridays is probably the worst fucking day for, traffic and all that.
yeah,
You got to think about it and be like, damn, this other person that's beginning to go home, that's probably causing more, I don't know, commotion than, actually moving faster. Like he is probably just wanting to go home and see his kids and his family.
yeah,
You kind of see it in that light, and it's like, oh shit, like, you know,
yeah. And I knew it was gonna be bad, so I should have just fucking got on the fucking road earlier. You know, I
yeah.
procrastinated, fucking sitting on the couch waiting for it to be 30 minutes before my appointment, and I decided to leave. You know, so
Oh yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it's. I mean, there's. It's not like we're fucking new to all this shit. We already know it's gonna be fucking busy on a Friday. We already know that there's a train that could be in the way on our way to work. So it's like,
Yeah, we get in our own way. We
yeah,
try to just blame everything on everyone else to justify us feeling that way.
yeah, yeah. I think I don't know what even made me come to that realization, but um, it was. I would say it was within this year where I came to that shit. Really, I think it was when I was just having shittier days and thing wasn't going as planned,
Hmm.
and I was just like, well, I shouldn't be really blaming everyone. I mean, there is some to blame for others, you know, but a lot of it kind of reflects all back to you.
Yeah,
Whether you're the husband, the wife, I mean, whatever you are, the boss, the owner, it's you, your role.
yeah,
So,
that's a fact. That is a fucking big fact,
so
bro.
yeah, that's my thing.
No, I like that. Something that I've been, I don't know if I know you've been listening to Joe Rogan sometimes, but I don't know how long ago it was. They had like a lady on there. I think she was some type of psychiatrist or psychologist or some shit like that. But basically, like I guess they kind of went over the preface or the beginning of the book or some shit like that. And her whole thing was that by us acknowledging like those issues or problems or complaining,
Hmm.
we like even outside of the, let's say, work, let's say, we basically take all those problems outside of work, and we basically, by talking about them so often and always reflecting and thinking about them, we actually make them more real than they are. So
Yeah,
it's kind of fucked almost. So it's kind of like if shit is kind of going wrong, don't like ponder on it too much, or else like it'll kind of just be like a habit almost.
mm,
Because it's weird. Negative thinking can also be like a bad habit. Kind of like how, let's say, someone says something and you react emotionally. That could be a habit because
anything
you,
that happens, you're just gonna snap. Yeah,
yeah. But like if you start slowly training yourself to maybe chill out for a second, that eventually kind of adds on to each other, becomes a habit. So it's basically the same thing, but for this, saying, yo, all this negative thinking and all that shit is, it's basically the energy and focus you give it to it, the worse it gets. And I'm like, holy shit.
100%. Yeah, yeah. I've been realizing that with work. I mean, just the overload and stress of work. Is first you don't have none. You're wishing you want more, and then you fucking have it all, and then
Now you're complaining.
you're complaining that you don't want it or you're too overloaded. And I
Yeah.
pretty much had a conversation with myself. I was just like, "Fuck, dude, like,
You're not happy one way or another, fool.
yeah, so you're the problem." We go back to that shit. So it's like, figure out what the fuck you want, and then come back.
Yeah.
And my thing, yeah, I was just like, I won't get overwhelmed by too much work, but it's like, just do the work day by day, and then
That's
you
it.
can, you can only do so much too. So don't overwhelm yourself. And that would always do that. I would overthink, to the point where I wouldn't do nothing because I was do this. Oh fuck, I need to go. No, do this, and then like no, put your fucking list and do one thing at a time. And it's
Mm,
kind of what I've done for myself now, where it's like
got you.
list of priorities and then list it from priority to non, and just go about it like that. And what you can get done, you can, and that's it.
Yeah. Do you ever struggle with starting something that you know you should be like doing? Like whether that be like even maybe just here at the business. Yeah, it's just the business. Because I know like there's probably other random shit out there, but let's say, what would be a good example? Let's say you know that you need to work on this car, but they don't have a clear time frame, I guess you could say. So, 'cause obviously, if you have like a goal and it's a client, they're gonna be on your ass. You're gonna be like, oh shit. But
Mm-hmm.
let's say, do you know you should probably start on this, but maybe you have like a little leeway or time. Like, do you like find yourself ever, I guess, having a hard time with that? You're pretty solid with that.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, I'm definitely guilty of. Yeah.
Your time to time.
Yeah, doing that because, yeah, if somebody tells me you got 3 months with this, whatever, then fuck, I'm gonna take all 3 months,
Yeah.
and I'll try to fit in as much more other things possible in there too because I got time with that. And yeah, that's one big thing that I've been kind of breaking it down with other shops, and not other shops, but this YouTuber that I watch over in Europe, somewhere over there, and he does like one car at a time, and but he's charging like he's doing crazy amount of work to these cars. It's detailing stuff, ceramic coating, and he'll spend like a whole solid week on a car,
Damn. A whole week?
including like PPF too, let's say. But he'll get like this
Oh,
Porsche that's been wrapped before in PPF. So he'll remove all the PPF because he points out all the imperfections in it, takes the old one off, cleans everything, wheels off kind of detail,
damn.
polishes everything to immaculate spec, extends all like the pre-cut patterns for, he's doing crazy. Like he's by far like top of the top when it comes to detailer, PPF installer. But yeah, his way of doing it is he's a one-man show, has a shop, 3 bays, and one car at a time. And yeah,
Yeah.
he has little hiccups here and there where something didn't happen and the transport truck is coming up next week or tomorrow, let's say.
Yeah.
So he has to stay late and do some shit, to catch up.
Gotcha.
Or the next car, there's always that one time where you don't get enough time on one because something goes wrong. But it's definitely a lot less stress than taking on too many things and at once, I should
Yeah.
say. So yeah, I've been kind of leaning more towards that recently, but it's gonna be hard to transition to something like that because
Oh, for sure.
I've been running
For
on
sure.
doing too many
Nah,
at
bro. I
once.
feel like hella people be hitting you up a day, bro. Like it's for sure. How many people you think hit you up on average a day?
I at least get now like 5 to I would say like almost 10 phone calls a day,
Fuck. How about DMs?
and direct messages probably at least 3
Okay.
for sure
Okay.
a
Okay.
day.
Including like text and shit, you think?
It's a lot, man. I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
you're probably in the 15 to 20 range every day,
no
huh?
text is a lot. Yeah, at least text is probably like 5 people,
Yeah, you're
and then
like
just the
up there.
social media. Yeah,
You're up there.
and that's the shit that sucks. Yeah, it's like what do you do there? And then obviously the more you take on, the more you gotta catch up people on. And yeah, today I was calling people. I'm like, hey, your car done? It's been done. Like, when you gonna come get?
Oh, for
Like,
real?
did you get my message? Oh yeah, I got it. I was just too busy. And it's like, fuck, okay. And this person like, hey, we did this and this and this in your car. We should be done hopefully by tomorrow. And then go back to working, and then you realize, oh fuck, I need to update this other person. Hey, I got the parts ordered. Are you still good for this day? And then so it's not even just taking the calls too. It's like as you're
Catching
going
up.
throughout the day, you're just thinking about all the shit
Yeah, 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 yeah.
you need to do. And
Catch up on and all that.
yeah, I feel like my business is kind of it's getting to a point where it's getting hard to manage in a way. It's good and a bad thing, but
Yeah.
the thing is, I almost wanna. I'm not sure if I'm in a spot right now where I can afford to have like a business manager, not like a manager here at the facility, but like someone
Like,
that can guide me through business. Like
mm,
you should do these kind of things, or you should try doing this. But I feel like I'm almost at a point where I need some more guidance, like more advanced guidance, because
yeah, yeah, like an
as right now,
advisor.
I just been taking it blind. I kind of make up my rules and go about it my way, but I've had a little bit of experience from other people telling me like their journey in business, and I've kind of taken some of that stuff too. But ideally, I'm kind of just blind to everything. So I feel like that's kind of a next step for me that might help me with just managing things better. And I don't know. I'm kind of scared also to hear what they may say because they may just be like, "You either a worker or you're a business owner." And I feel like I'm doing both, and so they may tell me like, "You either got to do one or the other." So that'd be hard for me to just do one because my work, like with my shop, it's a lot of it's tied with my name, and people want the name on their car as far as like my work on their car. So that'd be tough to leave that. And at the same time, I wouldn't trust no one else to basically take the calls and messages and deal with the people either. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm afraid of. I'm gonna get the advice I'm gonna get is that, and I'm like, well, shit, I already kind of knew that already. So
Yeah. I feel like yeah, well, as far as I've heard that Obviously, the more you scale up, you're gonna have, like you said, more and more and more responsibilities. But obviously, you're just one person, so you're gonna have to. There's a word for it. Basically, get
Yeah,
some responsibility out and trust people, which is obviously hard because it's your baby.
it's tough, man. I mean, I'm not sure if it's just coincidence, but I feel like when I take on a call or a lead or something, or somebody calls in, I can guarantee that job, like getting put on the books.
Hmm.
Versus if I have someone else, you know, take on the message, call, lead, whatever, it doesn't go nowhere. So it's like
Mm,
in my eyes right now, it's just like, well, shit.
got you.
I'm,
Yeah, you're in a tough spot.
yeah. So it's like, I just got to keep doing it.
Yeah, you're like, well, shit, it's not gonna work the other way, so I might as well keep doing everything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
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 fucked.
it's hard. And at the same time, like to keep the helpers and employees and stuff like that, you gotta have work for them too. So you're the one that's got to keep bringing in the work.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a weird spot for me right now. It's a it's a curse and a blessing, but I guess I just gotta extract the best out of it and just break it down. Make it work out for what I have going on. Because
Yeah.
pretty blessed to have the opportunities I have and the job and just stay busy. Because right now it's a hard time in many places and it is picking up. I think overall, at least I hope it is for other people. But because everybody seems like it. Just a little bit ago, we were super slow. So
Hmm.
I just got to be able to break it down and take it on.
Yeah. No, that's good, bro. I feel like that's kind of more just your effort and your work that's kind of like helping out because I know I recently tagged you in, or not tagged you, but just sent you a screenshot of another particular
Oh yes, yes.
form of business owner.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, kind of similar. I think I talked about something like that before. We basically have a group chat, or not a group chat, but a group here in Ogden community. If you're from Ogden.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember, I think I was telling you that some dude that owned like a pizza spot was shutting down, and he posted himself like crying and shit that he's gonna shut down the business. So
Yeah,
yeah, basically something like that happened again, but it was with a business that's been in business. Supposedly they've been in business 5 years. The
yeah.
post said,
They were saying.
and yeah, basically had no work, and they were basically it's kind of fucked up, but they're begging, bro. Like
Yeah,
when you go to that level, you're begging for like opportunity and work and all that. And I don't think begging has ever worked though, because I don't think anyone in that post was like, "Oh shit, let's get this man a bunch of work." It's kind of like
and if it is, it's probably just a band aid.
a pity thing. It's kind of like, "Yo, what the fuck?" Like, yeah. So
Yeah,
nah, but yeah, you're in a good spot, bro. You just gotta, just keep doing what you're doing, bro.
yeah. Try to try
Yeah,
to handle this beast.
it is a beast.
Yeah, man. It's kind of cool though. I wish I kind of wish one day I can get to a point where I can go back and reflect and see. Because as of right now, I feel like the past has been kind of a blur for me. It'd be kind of cool to go back and see the all ups and downs and
Hey, just start hearing the pods, fool.
start, start going backwards with them, man.
Yeah, start. Hey, go back to one. What are you doing, bro?
Start from a 10 and come forward.
Yeah. So
I ain't lying. You probably, yeah. My
there's
whole
some shit in
business will be
there.
broken down on that.
Yeah, I feel like over the lifespan of the podcast, for sure,
That's
there's been a
crazy.
lot of shit covered for sure. A lot of even maybe just past things, maybe not even just business shit. Because yeah, there's been some shit. Just give it another couple years, and it's gonna be a lot more shit. You know what I'm saying? Like things, but yeah,
Yeah.
like what you're talking about right now, it's probably be something from the past, and now you're facing a completely different beast. You're slaying a
Yeah.
different dragon.
Yes, sir.
So
New level.
exactly, bro. New levels, new heights, new
Yeah.
summits, all that shit. So
We'll reach that final level one day.
yeah, that's good, bro. Is there a way that, let's say you're having a bad day, you're not feeling as positive? Is something that you could either put on like a music or a show, or talk to somebody, or do something that will kind of uplift your spirit a little bit more?
Hmm. Yeah, man. Coming to the pod on Wednesdays.
There you go. Hey, shout out.
Yeah. No, I feel like that's a big one, honestly, on Wednesdays for
Yeah.
sure. But yeah, if it's a fucking Monday, I'm fucked. I don't know.
Fuck.
Or Friday, you know? I can't hit up Alex. He's busy. Um, uh, Not really, man. I guess if I'm having a really bad day and I just like, I say probably just go to the damn freaking gas station and give me a drink and just kind of just put some music on, maybe some music that, and you were at a part in your time, you were, shit, I can't
Mm.
say it. You were at a time in your life that you really enjoyed. So when I go back
Got
to
you.
that kind of
So
music,
throws. Okay.
that's kind of me, you know. Back then, I feel like when we were, I don't know. I'd say when I first started my business, I remember being here really late, and to me, this is really new to me. Just being here till like 11 o'clock, and it seemed really cool. I don't know. I really enjoyed.
You're fulfilled.
Yeah, not only with just life, but with my business and the way my life was going. And I feel like that kind of era of music or podcast or things I was doing back then definitely like uplift me or remind me maybe of that spot, you know, where I started and where I'm at now. So I think that for me might be it. If that, I mean, luckily I don't have to touch that base
Yeah.
too often, but there is always those times, you know, where you're just like you're in a rut and you're just like, fuck, you know, like what do I do? But yeah, what about you? Do you got some?
It's kind of weird, bro. Usually it's gonna be kind of fucked, but usually when I'm on like the bad day and all that, and I don't feel like doing shit, forcing yourself to actually go ahead and do the shit, which is hard sometimes, and I'm bad at actually doing it. But if you somehow manage yourself to push yourself through it and actually do it, shit actually gets a little easier. It's weird. So I've noticed this even back before anything, like maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago or whatever. Basically, the days I would not want to go to the gym,
Mm.
would after those workouts,
Feel the best.
I would feel the fucking best, bro. Like I'd feel insane. But before that, I would feel like I don't know how to even explain it. Like just not. I don't want to say useless, but just I just didn't feel like shit, you know.
Mm.
So I feel like that's something. Even like today, I'll be honest. I was, obviously worked and all that stuff, and then I got to a point where I was like, "Damn, man, I don't feel like doing shit," but I still had to like do the reels and all that. So that's when I just decided to come here like an hour early,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what I basically did to catch
Oh,
up on
nice.
some reels and all that stuff. And then I feel a little bit more better about myself. You know what I'm saying? But obviously that's really hard to do because it's saying, "Oh, you don't feel like doing it, I'll do it anyway, and you'll feel good." Like what the
Mm.
fuck? Um,
No, I can relate that because I mean, you've asked that question in the past. Like, well, I think somebody asked it on the Q&A is like, what do you do to when you're under pressure or stress? And I'm like, well, fuck, I just get the job done. You know. After that, I know it's gonna be gone because that's the stress is the job I'm trying to figure out. So I can relate to that kind of just put your head down and freaking do it. But
it's hard, but yeah. Besides that, music is definitely huge motivator for me. I'm gonna be honest, it's a little too powerful for me.
oh, damn.
It could go from me having a shitty time or just me, just being like normal to just start playing some tunes. Usually it's something with higher beats per minute, so more
Mm-hmm.
fast pace. You know what I'm saying? Them drums, the snares fucking cracking in that bitch. Then yeah, it's weird, bro. I definitely mood changes. It's kind of weird. Even like on the drive over. So basically, when hiking over the weekend on the way back though,
Yeah.
like on the drive, I was basically it was me and my girlfriend. So she was on her aux for a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like getting tired, sleepy, bro. Like I'm like fuck, like
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
shit was dragging, and then yeah, I switched to some music, and it's weird, bro. Like like literally I just feel different. It's
Mm.
kind of crazy. It's a little too much power sometimes. I'm like, yo, what the fuck's what's in this shit, you know?
Something, man.
Um, but besides that, definitely coming to the podcast, and not just because it's us talking on camera and shit, but it's I feel like the friendship and us being like vulnerable with each other
Yeah.
and be like, yo, bro, shit kind of ass, dog. And then it's like, oh yeah, what kind of shit's kind of ass over here too. And then
Yeah.
I don't know, there's something there. There's some magic going on.
100%. Yeah. You ever talk to yourself like, come on, motherfucker. Like, you wanted this. And then when you're getting like in a
I
rut or some shit or
I need to be more.
get yourself a slap or two, you know?
Yeah, I need to do that, and then also remind myself of why I'm doing it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that whole vision board thing, I need to have that shit, like you said, on the door and shit. But still haven't done that shit. Maybe because I don't have a printer, but maybe that's just an excuse. Because they
Same.
got FedEx and fucking what are Kinkos and shit.
Yeah. That's what my girlfriend does. She does the pharmacy, Walgreens pictures.
Oh shit.
That's how
Okay.
she did hers. She's used to doing pictures because she says vision boards for her should be more accurate, which makes sense. Like basically, if your dream, well, not your dream, but you have a vision this year to have a pink G wagon,
Uh huh.
then you want to put a picture of a pink G wagon. And for me, growing up, I think vision boards were fucking just. It was an arts and crafts thing. So you just go through a magazine and you want a car. It doesn't matter what kind of car. You just fucking find a car out of a magazine, rip it off, and put it on a piece of paper, and that means I want a
Yeah,
car, a pink G wagon. It's not pink, but you know. But yeah, she does the whole print thing, so she'll print
that's
everything
dope.
exactly to like how she wants it. So it's cool though, because I mean, for her, she's definitely achieved almost everything she's put on that thing. Like
That's
other
badass.
years, obviously she's
Hell yeah.
realistic with herself too.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like, oh, this year we're gonna be buying 10 more houses or whatever. You know,
Yeah,
it's realistic shit. But yeah, it's something to look at every day and kind of remind you what you're doing is for that. You know,
yeah,
so I think yeah, we need to get on that. But
for sure.
yeah, that was my excuse to buy a printer, which I haven't done yet, but I had it in my cart on my Amazon. I was like, because I want to get like my whole desk office situated at home.
Mm-hmm.
My excuse to like be more caught up with work, like on the back end of the business, is
Yeah,
have a nice desk and a nice chair and a printer and shit. And I was
the
like,
printer
I
and the
need a
Mac.
printer to make my vision board. So I told my girlfriend, I'm like, I think I'm gonna buy that just for that. She's like, you're crazy. Like you could just send your shit to Kinko's or.
Just do it there, yeah.
But yeah, I'm the kind of person that if I need something, then it's my excuse to buy the tool
Yeah,
or
you just get it. Might as
the
well.
object. Yeah,
It's a
but
fact, bro. That's
but
a
it's
big
also
ass fact.
motivating for me too. It's like hell yeah. Like I don't know. I've always said in the past, me like spending money is like a way of feeling good about things.
Yeah,
And it's for everyone too. I mean,
yeah,
you're
yeah,
not
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
tell me you're gonna go buy a brand new car and not feel good about it. Most people, you're pretty happy with it, but
Yeah, for at least a week.
for at least a week until I
Yeah,
get tired and think about the payment coming in. But
yeah. Dead ass.
but yeah, it's kind of a rewarding thing too. You know, you're kind of building up this whole life of yours
Yeah, I
little by
agree.
little.
But yeah, also be careful with buying shit because I think it was 2 years ago. I was making some decent money. Didn't have too much expenses. Economy was a little different. You know what I'm saying? And bro, I don't know what the fuck was wrong with me, bro. I'll just be buying like shit all the time.
Hmm.
And I'll be, God dang, where all this money go? But all I'm gonna say is like $200 to $300 purchases like every 2 3 days and shit, like around there. That motherfucking shit adds up quick, bro. God
You
damn.
drain your shit quick.
Holy shit,
You ain't
bro.
lying though.
Oh my God, bro. I literally was like looking back, like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely changed the lifestyle like the much as like a lot this year.
Hmm.
One because
It's the overall economy's shit.
yeah, number one, yeah, just kind of it's kind of
Common
needed.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah, and then two, it's kind of like you kind of eventually pick up on your mistakes and you're like, what the fuck? Like
Yeah.
you kind of become aware and like, yo, that's not a good way. Maybe if mine should fulfilled you and actually you actually stayed fulfilled, but at the end of the day, you can't really control, sometimes that.
Hmm.
But nah, definitely in my experience in buying shit, that shit is short lived, 100%.
It really is, man.
It
It's good
literally
for the
is.
moment, but
Yeah, and the more you learn too, because if I didn't know that me buying it to show off to other people that I don't even care about, like, didn't even matter.
mm,
In my head, I thought it mattered. Then I'd be more inclined to purchase those things
yeah,
as well. So yeah, it's fucked, bro. Buying shit it's a motherfucker.
yeah. I think we've all fallen in that rut, but luckily most people they either afford get more than what they can afford and then find out the hard way and keeps them out of it, or you just have that
Mhm.
realization with yourself. Like it seems like we have, and we're just like,
Yeah,
all right, that was fun and cool, but that
with
wasn't probably
age.
really smart. And now let's switch shit up. But
Yeah, I think my biggest takeaway that I learned from all that is literally habits is kind of like everywhere.
mm,
So by me saying, "Oh, it's just a $200, I don't know, shoes or something," by me just saying that, it's reinforcing that habit. So when it
mm,
comes up next time, I'm gonna say it again
easier,
and
yeah. Oh,
again
I
and
did it last
again.
time. I can do it again.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh, it's just 200. It's
Oh, now it's 250. Yeah, it's
yeah,
just $50 more. I spend that on food. You know. Yeah, it's
it's fucked. It's but yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm pretty like it's really easy to say that you're not like that anymore, but it's so easy to get back into that. Like so
yeah.
easy. Because even if you probably heard of successful ass people,
Mm-hmm.
like they actually made it work and all that, but you also heard that they not all of them, but a good percentage also revert back.
It's like drug addicts, man.
Yeah,
It's
they
an addiction essentially. You can easily they just wave that shit in front of you and
withdraw,
you'll
fool.
go back to
Start
it again.
scratching your
Yeah.
head like what the fuck, like
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. At the beginning of the year, I think I told you like, I don't want to take any trips this
yeah, yeah,
year.
yeah,
I
just
want to just cut down on spending money because one, like you said, common sense. That's or not the common sense, but the obvious. It's slow.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
don't
yeah.
have money, so you don't want to spend money.
Yeah.
But then you get to that point where you start making good money again, and things are looking all cool. Everybody's spending money, not just you. You're like, oh man, maybe I should. Maybe I can afford this, or maybe I should be. It's like, no, stick to your fucking ground. But it's easy, like you said, just to fall right back into it, and that's tough, man. It's
Yeah, that's a fact. On the other hand, too, I always be seeing information that contradicts other information, which is good too, because you also want to see things not just one way.
mm-hmm.
You know, always be open minded to be like, okay, I think this way, but I'm not gonna be like, oh, this information's trash. Like maybe like see it like a
break
little
it,
skeptical, but break, like you said,
break
break
it
it down.
down. Yeah.
But one of the things I saw is like, yo, you could always make more money, but you won't get the time you had. And that's literally the
Mm,
freaking opposite of what we're explaining here. But at the end of the day, you could take that shit too far. So, oh yeah, I don't know. I have, time. I'm running out of time, but money, we could always make it back. And then now you are, bankrupt or whatever the fuck, right?
yeah.
So it's kind of hard out here. Balance don't
It's
really
kind of
exist.
yeah.
It's something we strive for, but that balance do not exist, bro.
Yeah, you gotta make the balances, I guess, in a way. I don't know,
Yeah, you have
something
to
like that.
choose. You have to, yeah. There's always a give and a take, I guess you could say.
Yeah, that's a
Something
good way to
that
put it.
really got put in my head that I'm like, yo, this is fire ass quote or whatever. It says, it's like I'll even break it down a little bit even easier. You could either have A, B, or C. You could have two of them, but you basically can't have everything. Is kind of the point.
Mm,
So for I think younger people usually have time and I believe like energy. I think that's what it is, time
yeah,
and energy. But they are missing money. And then once you start getting into the careers and all that, now you have energy because you're still kind of young and money,
but no time,
no time.
mm,
And then now when you're old as shit, you're retired, you have time, money,
but no
but no
energy.
energy. So it's kind of fucked.
It's fucked any way you go about
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. So you can't have everything in life. You can't.
No.
You literally cannot. But you luckily sometimes get to choose what is more important to you. Prioritize that, and yeah, hopefully it works out for you. You know.
Yeah, that's all you can hope for and strive for, But at the end of the day, you're the one that takes the calls and makes happen, of this shit. So
Yeah, you got the steering wheel, man.
get behind the wheel.
Yeah, brother. But yeah, it's just some shit, bro. But besides, I guess a bunch of growth talk, my boy. I know it was Memorial Weekend. I think we talked obviously last weekend.
Mm.
You said you're gonna be pretty busy, man. How can you give me a little synopsis, man? A little summary, basically. How'd that go? How your weekend go? You slammed up the ass or what?
Yeah, last weekend, yeah, we were a little busy. I think I'm trying to break down everything I did because yeah, it was 3 days. I ended up working Monday and then coming to work on Monday. I was
Do you
like,
schedule shit for Monday, or you said I'm closed, but I'm still gonna come and catch up on work?
we did have a scheduled appointment, and I'm saying luckily they canceled, and
Because
because
yeah, you were behind the shit.
I was hella behind on all that shit, and it was a big job too, and I was just like, I don't even care, man. Like,
Let me catch
they're
up.
gonna be more to come anyways. Like, it's
Yeah, yeah,
cool.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it's a big QPF job.
Did they cancel completely, or
She
did they
said they
reschedule?
said they're gonna reschedule, but then I
Oh, they
look back
haven't
on
yet.
my threads, and that person has already made an appointment in the past for something else, and that canceled too. So I'm just like,
Oh, for real?
I'm like,
They're just
it seems like there's a
yeah,
correlation here going on.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, coming into work on Monday, I was like, damn, everything's fucking closed. This should look like a Sunday driving to work. Well, I just drive, to the shop, on Sunday. Sometimes I really don't do appointments on Sundays, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, everything's fucking closed. There's no one on the road. I'm like, yeah, I should have just fucking stayed home. But I
Got
told my
shit to do.
helper, I'll see you Monday. And
Mm,
same thing with him. His dad was like, are you serious? You're working today? I was like, and they kind of thought back, like, yeah, well, Edgar said I'll see you Monday. So I was like, yeah, I figured I'm working today. So he pulled up too, and we kind of just took it more just chill. But I didn't really do nothing special over the weekend. I just we worked, I worked, got some appointments done. I think my girlfriend worked too. Obviously, she works nights, so I try to be home for part of the mornings. And then on Monday after work, I just went with my parents to Home Depot. Got him there was like memorial cells, so got him like a whole outdoor what would you call it? Like a furniture, I guess you would say, like table and
okay,
chairs
yeah,
and all
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah, yeah.
shit, and the whole rug and umbrella
That's
thing. So
dope.
helped them put that together Monday night, and then just kind of prepared for Tuesday, which was going up to detail. So, but yeah, that was kind of my Monday. Didn't really do memorial. It was just nice to
Yeah.
kind of kick back with the fam, I guess, and spend some time with them in that sense. But
That's
yeah,
good,
what
bro.
about you, bro?
I just basically went camping. Nothing too crazy. Went hiking for a couple trails. You know, it's the same shit I'd be doing. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Don't have really camp. The first camping trip, I guess, of the year. You know, took a little hobo dinner, type
Oh
shit.
shit, what you guys
Yeah.
make?
Basically
Did you guys
this.
prepare that like from here, obviously,
Yeah, oh,
or
yeah,
yeah?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Basically, this one. Last time, the one that we took when we went hiking, I forgot to get freaking carrots, bro. Carrots
Ah,
be,
carrots.
bro. Carrots,
You
bro.
didn't forget the carrot cake though.
That's ooh fuck. That's a fact. Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't take it.
you still
Yeah,
brought the carrot just in a different form.
damn, you fucking me up with that one. That's a fact. But yeah, carrots, and then I think additionally to that, it was mushrooms. I fuck with mushrooms.
Mm.
Do you fuck with mushrooms?
If they're like cooked right in the food, yeah. But if it's more like in a
Yeah.
salad or something like that, probably not. But if they're cooked, they're like, what would you call it?
Would you rather have them on or off though? Like, yeah, it sounds like you whatever. You don't really care, but if you had the choice, on or off. Oh, so it's a pizza. Make it easy. A pepperoni pizza. Do you want mushrooms on that shit or not?
Yeah, let's do
Yeah.
mushrooms.
All
Yeah.
right. All right. So okay.
Like I said, it just mostly depends on their cook. Same thing with like olives too.
Oh, I fucking hate olives.
Really?
Yeah, I can't eat that shit with anything.
Like if I have a salad and there's like olives in it, I'm just like, fuck.
What about
Well,
pizza?
I think I'd rather have them on pizza than
Nah, I
just in
can't
a
do that
salad.
shit. I guess
No.
if it's a bunch, it's a clusterfuck of like shit. You know, the Supreme pizzas that we have everything on that shit.
Mm, it just
You
kind of gets
know,
blended in with
yeah, yeah,
everything
yeah,
else.
yeah, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying. But if it's just like straight up, fuck no, nah. Maybe my taste buds did change though, because supposedly your taste buds do change every 7 years or some
Mm,
shit like that. So yeah, because I'm gonna be honest, I did not fuck with mushrooms or sausage at all,
mm,
like literally at all.
really?
And then
Even back then when we used to have like the breadsticks, or by then it was already gone. Like the breadsticks from Pizza Runner with sausage.
no, I think by that time I was good to go.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. So
yeah.
when
But
you were
this was
younger.
like young, bro.
Oh,
I
okay,
was like,
gotcha.
what the fuck is this shit? Like as a kid, I was like, what the fuck
Why is it
that?
spicy?
Yeah, like the fuck. But no, yeah. Basically, this one had a German sausage called a bratwurst.
Oh shit. Okay,
It was good. You know, it was alright.
that's
But
dope. So,
yeah,
but you do meat too, like
nah, I just brought the bratwurst.
oh, the bratwurst.
Just
Okay.
the bratwurst as a protein. But yeah, she was pretty gas. My girl made like sloppy joes the next day.
Dope.
Um,
So how long were like? Tell me about this whole thing. You guys went on like on a Friday night or Saturday?
nah, basically we're gonna leave on Friday,
Mm-hmm.
but we're like it's Memorial Day. Like fuck you, we have an extra day, so ended up leaving like Saturday, pretty late, bro. We kind
Mm.
of
You just kind of went
just
about it like whatever.
yeah, exactly. Pull up, couldn't really find a spot Memorial Day. She had a spot like coordinates type shit.
Mm.
We pulled up and she was taken, bro. She looked
Oh,
pretty nice, so we had to like leave essentially and go find a new cave or tunnel to go look in or whatever. Not
mm-hmm.
really, but basically just a little,
A
you
little,
know,
yeah, secluded spot.
yeah, basically.
Gotcha.
And yeah, we found this random ass street, pulled up, you know, set camp, and yeah, bro, it was pretty cool, you know.
That's cool,
Looked
man.
at the stars and shit, you know what I'm saying? You know how the stars be looking out
Be
there, you
looking
know.
crazy when you're in the middle of nowhere.
Yes, but it was good just to get the hell out. And yeah, just kind of come back because yeah, definitely after that camping trip, I was like, yeah, I'm ready to go back to civilization. What the fuck?
What the fuck am I
Yeah,
doing?
it was just I don't know, bro. There wasn't really like too many mosquitoes or anything like that, but it was the gnats, those small ass little bugs.
Mm.
Them shits would be trying to get in your fucking ear or some shit. It's like, yo, what the fuck, bro? Like it just gets annoying, and it's
Yeah.
hot as shit, bro.
Mm.
But it was cool. I feel like you could say the highlight was just going hiking. We went to some random like bridge looking thing, like an arch basically.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we accidentally started it and finished it. That one was maybe 2-3 miles like total.
Oh wow.
And then but I was like, yeah, we should do the one I wanted to do like the real one tomorrow. And I was like, man, it's like fucking 3 p.m. I was like, let's just go do that shit,
My
bro.
girl.
That shit was so fucking long. That shit was so long, bro. By the end of the hiking trip, when we get back, I was
You guys are pooped.
toast. I was toast, bro. I think I took like a 10-minute nap in the tent,
Mm.
and the only reason I woke up and got up is because there was a fire. I was
Mm.
like, yeah, I got to get up and do this. But I was out.
Yeah.
But it was fun, bro. Definitely. I don't think I've ever done no hikes in Southern Utah besides like when we went to Moab.
Yeah.
Remember
Yeah.
those? But yeah, this was a little different.
More challenging, you would say. Obviously.
Yeah, the second one for sure was.
Oh
That shit
shit.
was like, and then you really couldn't.
It's just hot as fuck. No tree, no nothing like to really hide behind.
Yeah, it's weird though. I don't really mind that if I'm hiking,
Mm.
but if I'm just sitting there in the sun,
Oh yeah.
it's weird. But it kind of sounds counterintuitive because it's like, bro, you're fucking exercising and moving. Shouldn't that be worse because you're getting more hotter?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe I have a backpack on my shit. Maybe I'm sweating and the wind or something.
I think when you're walking, you're definitely getting like some flow cooling you off. It's like a
Yeah.
car. If it just stays put, it'll fucking overheat. But if it's
Hmm.
driving, it stays cool. So
Damn, that's a good ass point. Yeah, and I think another factor too is elevation. I feel like it just gets cooler up there. I don't
yeah,
know what the hell it is, but it was pretty cool. It was just random. See, it was kind of crazy. I'll have to show you some pictures after this shit, but basically, it felt like there was big ass walls of rock in some point,
mm.
but they were fucking huge, bro.
Walls of rock.
Yeah, but it's
Damn,
like just it's
like a solid rock, right? Like you're
dead
saying,
ass,
yeah.
bro, and like just crazy formations in the rock
Huh.
too. It was a trip, to be honest. I was like, what the
There's so
fuck is
much
going
cool shit
on?
here in Utah, man. That's
So much.
and not even like Utah, but just like the southern region of Utah, where
Yeah,
it's like
yeah, yeah.
the four corners, basically,
Yeah,
type shit. But
for sure.
yeah, it's a bit kind of tough, to plan shit to make trips down there too, because it's close enough where you can drive down there, but it's a bitch to drive too. That's the shitty part. I think that's why
Yeah.
a lot of people don't really explore things, because I don't know, many people don't really like driving. I've become one of those people now where
Yeah, I don't really
I
like
don't
driving
like driving
either.
that much, and it's and you can't even fly there really. You have to just literally drive there. That's the only way you can get to spots like that. So
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, and that's the true because if let's say you don't even like camping or hiking, so you tell me I gotta drive 4 hours and then bust my ass like setting everything up or going hiking, and I don't even like that.
hmm
Yeah, I can see why like cousins and other people that we know like don't fuck with that shit. It's like it
yeah,
kind of makes sense. I ain't gonna lie, but
yeah,
hey, it is what it is, man.
it is what it is.
Yeah, bro. But now besides that, it was a pretty cool little trip for sure. Something I don't say it's a new place, but still Utah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Did you feel obviously you said you came back and you feel more like I need to get back to fucking civilization after a few days, but did you ever like feel like you got a little a restart, a little refresh too? Like felt a little better coming back into like you got a
everything.
break, I guess, from life from other shit? Or did it not really help with that
Nah, I'll
essentially?
be honest. Nah,
No.
nah. Still in the rat race, I used to call it. You know
The
what I'm
rat
saying?
race.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, we're all in that.
Still in the rat race. So
That's
yeah, I'm here. I guess
yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to backtrack on some real shit. Why I'm always not the most positive, but it's obviously me. Um. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there should
Yeah.
be. Maybe it's. I think it's just the shit I'm doing every day, and maybe just being trapped inside at the house. But at the same time, like
Yeah, I mean
I don't
it's
fucking know.
I don't even think it's a bad thing too though, but I think it's a good thing in yourself, because I could tell you right 100% you want more for yourself. And that's the problem. And it's not it's a
Yeah,
problem and it's a curse, it's like we're saying. You want more for yourself, which out of a person that's fucking amazing, because many people will stay trapped in the same position for the rest of their lives. And you're a person that wants more, just like me and most people, and you're wanting to do more, but it's like when you're stuck in mud, type shit.
yeah,
It's
yeah. It's kind of like how you said. It's
that's
like I went on vacation. Do I come back and I feel better? I'm like, I wish it worked like that for me, but I come back. I'm like, I'm still same fucking spot. You know what I'm saying? I'm still.
yeah,
I don't want to say stuck in the mud, but it's like let's say your Jeep stuck in the fucking mud, right? And it's like, all right, I'm gonna go take a break and go eat lunch. You come back, you still stuck in the fucking mud.
yeah,
So
yeah. I know what you mean, man. I don't.
yeah,
It's definitely not. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's just it's like a spot in life where
yeah,
you gotta kind of like extract that stuff out of that, and obviously, there's probably some things you can do, obviously, to make better of it. But
yeah. I'm actively searching for other opportunities for
yeah,
something.
yeah,
So
no, 100%. Yeah, I've heard you
yeah,
telling me
and
so.
then yeah. I feel like what I need to get more involved in is I think I was having this realization. That's why I like going on trips too, though. Sometimes they're good and bad. Good because they make you separate yourself from reality and
Yeah,
kind
you
of
you
analyze
kind of see it
everything.
from a different point of view.
Yeah, but when you analyze shit, you be seeing like where you're going wrong, and sometimes that's
Mm.
like fuck. So that's one thing where I honestly was over there camping or whatever, and I literally had a realization where I was like, it's like, bro, you're doing this marketing and shit, which is dope, like because she's still going to the classes and all that, but I'm like, you could do more, But I feel like my problem right now is I for sure, if I get someone, I want to be like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna get fucking basically clients. And
Yeah,
there's so
yeah.
many ways too, because it's not just Facebook ads. You have Google ads.
Hmm.
You already know it's fucking SEO.
Yeah.
So it's some shit, but I feel like I just gotta send it, bro. I think that's kind of it. But at the end of the day, also I have the other opportunity type of shit I'm kind of doing. So I
Yeah.
feel like it's just a clusterfuck of shit going on. I think.
Yeah. And the more you put on your plate, I mean, the more you're it's just the human nature, you know? It's hard to handle all that shit.
Yeah.
Definitely gets the fucking better of you. That's for sure. Cause I've fallen in that before where it's just, there's so many things that can be going better for yourself, but at the same time, like you're making it worse for yourself. Not worse for yourself, but in your head, it may
Yeah,
not
yeah, yeah,
make,
yeah, 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 yeah. That's a fact. That's
it,
a big ass fact.
it sucks. I know what you mean, man. but
It's cool,
but no, it's a good
yeah,
journey though. I feel like you're gonna reflect back on this, you know, in a few months and be like, holy shit, you know, glad I made it out of that rut, or I came to realize what was going on, or I made something. But this is definitely gonna be something you're gonna look back on and be like, damn, episode
I appreciate
66.
you, man. I That's a fact, bro. I appreciate you, Edgar. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I said, like we've said, like yeah. Come
There's
in here. That helps, doggy.
Yes, bro. It's just not a speed bump, bro.
Facts.
There's many speed bumps to life.
Yeah, that's a
The
fact.
fuck ton.
It's a fuck
Roads
ton.
fucked.
Yeah.
Potholes everywhere. Fucking dead animal carcasses you have to fucking drive
Swerve and
around. Fucking
shit.
trees right in the middle of the road. You have to go
Yeah.
off roading a little bit, you know, get stuck in
Yup.
the mud.
You might miss an exit.
Yeah, you might go Mexico, go by, you know, 10 years forward and have to go back another 10 years.
Fuck.
Hey, life's a journey, bro. But no, I think this is a part of your life where you're going to look back here pretty soon and just be like, I remember this shit. And it's going to be humbling too. It's going to be like, all this happened for a reason, you know? Because,
Yeah. It's kind of fucked up, but I've been realizing that usually when I've been going through the most tough times,
mm-hmm.
like I'm just thinking about it, I'm like on some fucked up spots. Usually after those experiences, I come out maybe not feeling the best, but better, and I
Mm.
actually learned something. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they're almost necessary. It kind of sounds fucked up to say,
No, 100%. I
but
mean,
yeah,
yeah, anything that I've done in life, I feel like the normal person or the person that, I wouldn't say normal, but majority of people will not extract nothing out of it. They'll just see it as, brush it off as, well, that was a fuck up, or, you know, that was shitty as fuck. But now we're on to new things. But the smart person will fucking extract it and pull the best out of it. And like, yeah, everything's a learning lesson. I mean, and it's not a lesson, but it's something you can put towards life now, you know, and
yeah,
learn about it. I learned that quite a bit, you know. We have not shitty customers, but like customers that might think we do shitty work or something. And I'm like, all right, well, now I know how to take it on to make it be better, or, and essentially it kind of always reflects back on the person, you know, you.
yeah.
So,
You spitting right now, bro.
but, but yeah, man, I'm excited regardless. I mean, we're just barely halfway through the year and there's
Yeah,
still another 6 months. I mean, a lot has happened in 6 months. Um, and a lot more can happen. So, and yeah, we're just as a start. We talked about this a while back, where we always want to be, you know, in a spot where obviously everybody wants to be in a different spot where they are right now. But if you think about it, from the day we were born to the day we graduated high school, everything that high school and schooling that everybody does in this world, mostly, we were 18 years old when we graduated. 18 to now, that's only been 10 years. So essentially, you're not even like halfway of, like, you know, the education process of our life to being successful in life. So
yeah. We're still early.
we're still early. So and it's not like there's ever a time to it either, because there's never a perfect time. But yeah, there's still plenty to learn and plenty to do. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
It's a big fact, bro. Shit, bro. Honestly, that was fucking well said, bro. If anything, I think that was it for me, bro. I feel like that was a good little closing segment right there, my
yeah,
boy.
same, likewise, bro. Yeah, I think we'll
Yeah,
call it there.
awesome, my mate. Well, I appreciate you, Edgar. I appreciate everyone as well for watching. If you made it this far, as always, And yeah, it's been episode 66 of the Endless Growth Podcast, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Yeah. Peace.
Salute.